Welcome to the Bearded Bama Bushcrafter. Down here at the shelter, hanging out on this beautiful afternoon. Oh man, this weather is getting so nice. We got some much cooler temps coming up towards the weekend, beginning of next week. We'll be getting down in the 40s. That gets me excited. Bow season is about to open up here in another week. I'll hopefully get in the woods and do some hunting. But right now, I want to talk about this pumpkin. I've been seeing some cool videos, and I don't know how long people have been doing this, but I've never seen it done until just recently. So I'm going to try it, see how it works. People are taking pumpkins. They're drawing little faces on them. And then wherever you do your little markings, you skin that area, and then you place it in your chicken pen. And the chickens peck that area that has been peeled or skinned. And there's been some cool chicken carved, or I guess you would say chicken pecked pumpkins. So this is a cool little pumpkin. This pumpkin is out of Indiana. Fredericksburg, Indiana. Stummler Farms. Pumpkin. So hopefully I'm going to get to do that this evening and put it in the chicken pen. And I also have read that pumpkin seeds are a good source of, I don't know how you'd say, I guess it deworms animals. And I've heard that pumpkin seeds are real good for humans. So I'm going to keep some of the seeds. And I like roasting them and eating them. They're delicious. So we'll see how this goes. And we'll see how artistic my chickens are. Maybe it'll turn out pretty good. So we'll get a face drawn on it. And we'll just take it from there. Alright, so I've got my pumpkin. And I did a face. I was going to try to draw the face on with a marker that you could erase, but I couldn't find one. And then I was messing around with this tool here. This is a peeler. What you've got to do, the areas that you want the chickens to peck, you have to skin that back. And it'll encourage them to peck that area. I'm sure they can peck wherever they want to. Chickens are chickens. So I'm going to clean these areas. And then I've got a chicken pen with some chickens, my Orpingtons, and we're going to put it in there and see what they'll do for us. Okay, so I've got the face ready. Let's see how it looks. I just did a real simple face. The chickens are supposed to pick at these areas that I have cleaned the skin off. So let's walk over here to the Orpingtons and see how they like their pumpkin. I know pumpkin is supposed to be good for chickens. The seeds, I know I love eating them. Roasted pumpkin seeds. I love pumpkin pie. And Samuel Adams had a beer one time. It was called Pumpkinhead. And it was a limited batch. The bottles came in these, I think they were about 24-ounce bottles. Had a cork in them. Very limited release. And they were good. Well, there's Peter the Pumpkin. Or Glenn the Gourd. I believe pumpkins are in the gourd family. That's a good looking pumpkin. What do y'all think, girls?
What do y'all think, big biggies?
These supposed to be my roosters here. My chocolate Orpingtons. These are some docile. That might be a big rooster. What's up, everybody? What's up? Y'all need some water. Alright, so we got the pumpkin sitting in here right now. There goes one. Already starting to punk at it. Pumpkin at the picking. Picking at the pumpkin. All right, me chickens. I better have me a beautiful jack-o'-lantern this time tomorrow, or it's to the soup kitchen with all of ya. Why are you trying to pick me? Do I look like a pumpkin? These are showing some interest in it. Look at that. So we'll see how this is going to go. On some of the videos I watched, their chickens did pretty good, but my chickens are kind of strange. They don't want to act like chickens sometimes. But this is also a way to keep them entertained. And it's nutritious and yummy. Check them out. They're working. Interesting. All right, we're going to leave it with them. And tomorrow, I'm going to give them till tomorrow. Let's see how it works out. So, hopefully this will work. I said I was going to check on it tomorrow, but it's been almost 2 or 3 hours. I wanted to check on it real quick. And they have knocked it over. So, I guess you probably want to check on it. Oh my goodness. Wow. I wasn't expecting that. Okay. That's 2... What was it? That's almost 3 hours worth of work. Okay, my goodness. Impressive. Okay. Down here at the shelter, and man, I just realized this big limb has fallen. This is just the other day. But looking at those leaves there, I believe it had already broken off. It was up in this maple right here, and it finally just fell. I'm gonna have to clean that up. There's some good material right there. There's some walking sticks, maybe some slingshots. That's some good firewood, or who knows what else. Maple is a real pretty wood. Makes great firewood. All right, so, oh yeah, let me check it. Let me show y'all this. If we can see it up through the canopy. The beautiful bluebird sky. Look at that. Man, it's so beautiful. These evenings have been beautiful, beautiful, beautiful. All right, so came down here, brought the pumpkin. And I learned something with the pumpkin, and I'll show you. The chickens did a fabulous job. Earlier before my bus ride, I went up to check on it, and they had knocked it over. And it was face first when I picked it up. It surprised me on how cool they had made it look. So I set it back up, and they pecked on through the nose. But it still looks good. Put a candle in it when it gets dark to see what it looks like. So that's pretty neat. I think earlier when I was talking about a pumpkin, I called it a squash. Pumpkins are actually, no, I called it a gourd. I've got gourds growing where they were growing, so I'm hoping they're going to dry out and be able to do some things with those. I've got a, what they call those, bird nest squash? No, not bird nest. Birdhouse squash. But I don't think they did too well. They're kind of, the necks are a lot longer, and the body part is not that big, round, like you normally see them. The birdhouse, like you make martin houses out of. So yes, this is in the squash family, not the gourd family. I'm going to take this pumpkin after I put a candle in it later on, and I'm going to put it back in there, and I'm going to let them finish eating on it. Because that's nutritious for the chickens. They had all the seeds out of there. That'll look pretty cool. I'm going to do some more. This is fun. If y'all have chickens and you've never done this, I highly recommend it. That's a cool project. My chickens impress me. So we'll get that going. And there was something else I was going to say, but I lost my train of thought. Also thinking earlier, who came up with this concept? What was it? Some old guy sitting on his front porch watching his chickens, and he's like, you know, Wilma Nell, I'm just kind of tired this year. I think I'm going to let them chickens over. Them chickens don't ever really do nothing. They lay an egg every now and then, and they stand around and stare off into space. And they poop and they scratch around. I'm going to give them something to do because I don't feel like doing it. I'm going to let them carve the pumpkin with their pickers. Was that how it came about? I think it's pretty cool, though. Man, look at that. That is all I did. I drew out the eyes, where the nose was, and the mouth. And then I skinned those areas. Set it, as you saw what I did, I set it in the chicken coop. And in about 3 hours, they had it. And once again, lesson learned, when it's where you want it, take it out. Because they will continue just... I believe they'll eat this whole pumpkin. Alright guys, I hope y'all liked this video. This has been a fun video to make. This was real fun. I enjoyed it. And can't wait for my kids to see this. They were not here today. I was doing a bunch of different errands, and I wanted to make time, so I made time to do that. It took me, I don't know, 10 minutes to draw it out and flesh it out, skin it out, take the skin off, and yeah, that was pretty cool. So, y'all like this video? Please give me a thumbs up. Leave a comment if you've ever done this before, or if you like it. If you're not a subscriber, please hit that subscription button and follow along. Become a subscriber to the Bearded Bama Bushcrafter. Alright guys, y'all take it easy, and hope y'all have a good evening. I'll see you later.